I'm Annika, and this is Merlin, and welcome back to week 7 of the Puppy Raising Chronicles. This last week we had a lot of days with really awesome adventures. On Friday, it was pretty low-key as this is one of my busiest days working with clients. So in the morning, Merlin and I worked on some continued vest training, getting him to walk into his vest and out.
Yes, break. Yes, break. Yes. Break. Yes.
If you've been following for a few weeks, you know that Merlin had an ear infection a few weeks ago and it took a little bit to get rid of. So he had some uncertainty when walking in and out of his vest and feeling things touch his ears. So our progress with the vest training is awesome because he's now comfortable putting it over his head, standing there, and feeling it on his back as well. Yay, Merlin! Walking onto his mat and then staying there, also offering sits and downs. This went pretty well, and overall I was really happy with his progress.
Good. Good. Yes. Sit. Yes. Down. Good. Yes. Yes. Sit. Yes. Good. Sit. Yes.
Friday, we also went downtown Langley again for some training, as well as picking up a few different items from some of the stores. Merlin got many opportunities to work on walking past other people, seeing strollers, passing other dogs, and settling in a different outdoor environment. He did really good, a little bit of pulling, but he got lots of treats for staying right next to me and ignoring all of the distractions around us. Yes.
Okay, buddy. See you later.
Good. There we go. Yes. 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 This way. Sit. Yes. Yes. Very good. Sit. Oops. Yes. Let's go. Yes. You puppy. Good. Sit. Touch. Yes. Nice toasty. Saturday was probably our busiest day. We started off the morning by going to the grocery store to pick up a few different things for brunch, and this was the first time Merlin had visited this specific store, and he aced it. I was super proud. He was able to walk really nicely on leash, walk past lots of open produce baskets and shelving without trying to grab or sniff anything. He maintained a loose leash heeling position, and he was able to settle at the checkout. Yay, Merlin! When we got home, he got lots of happy puppy time, getting to play with some of our other dogs, getting to run around and play with some of his toys, and just overall have some downtime after this exciting public access outing. Alright, we got a lot of smoked beef, his main training treat. That's pretty high value. And then cheese, which is your special high value treat for when we're around exciting dog friends.
Want cheese?
He's like, yes, I want cheese. You can do it. You can hop in for the cheese. I'll even make it a little easier, and I'll put a piece down there to start. Good. You can do it. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, or we do it the hard way. Then we went somewhere new and we went to a community farmers market. Merlin's been to a few different of the smaller farmers markets, but this was a really big one, which was also pet friendly. So there were going to be lots of dog vendors and lots of people with dogs walking around. Merlin did awesome. He settled at the booths when we would be talking to people and looking at the different items. He was able to walk with most of the time a loose leash, a little bit of pulling again, but this was a whole new environment, so I did expect a little bit of pulling and excitement. And he even ignored tons of dogs. There were even some dogs that came up to him and sniffed his bum before moving on. These ones I would let him look at and maybe offer a little sniff in exchange, but then we'd continue moving on just so that he wasn't practicing saying hi to other dogs while he's working. Next to this farmer's market was the community center, and this community center had revolving doors. This is something Merlin hasn't seen yet before. I don't see them at too many locations. I just know of 1 or 2 places that have them still, but this was a great opportunity to socialize Merlin to something new. We first let my partner walk through so Merlin could watch him, and then we walked through on our own when it was going on the slow mode. Merlin did great. He mostly got confused at the end when there was glass and that he could see the other side, but he didn't know how to get out. So he kind of just bumped into the glass a little bit. He did this on the way out as well, still kind of getting confused when he could see the outside, but there was the glass. Bump, bonks his head, and then we walked out. He was really awesome. After the farmer's market, Merlin was pretty tired, and we had just one more stop to make to go get some supplies to change my car's oil and do other regular maintenance. He did really good, walking with a loose leash, remaining focused, and settling when we were stopped to look at different products. Yes. Let's go. You need something, Merlin. Into a wall. Let's go. You don't need a hard hat. Then Monday, he came to day school as usual, and this time we stopped at a sniff spot, which is a private dog park we rented, where he got to practice playing really politely with some of the other student dogs. Merlin, being a young puppy, it is really exciting, and he's still learning how to be appropriate and listen to tell-offs from other appropriate social dogs. Merlin, I think he almost died. Hello. And Tuesday, like normal, he came with me to work. This was a bit of a lighter day, so he got to work for 2 sessions, and then he got to come home and have a nice long nap.
I know, this is a weird thing that all of a sudden I had something.
And you don't, because you don't want any of your things. Trash can. Good. And then Wednesday, he came with me to work, and we showed up a little early. I do this so that I can practice his skills so that he knows before my students show up. This is a location he's visited very regularly since he's been about 10 weeks old, but I want to make sure that he can still practice these skills even when there's all kinds of different variable distractions. So for Merlin, this day, we decided to practice on walking up to doors, sitting, waiting, and walking through with me. He did really good. Again, a little excited if there were people kind of on the other side. He wanted to go say hi, so then we just walk away, or I just wait to regain his focus and ask him to sit again. He had really nice loose leash walking at this location, and I was really happy with that progress.
He says no.
Good choice. Then, as a bonus, I have included a little run through of Merlin's agility obstacle course at his Teen Manners class because he graduated! He is officially a graduate of the Teen Manners class, so we have attended the last 6 weeks, and Merlin's learned all kinds of new obedience skills and general manners, and socialized with other dogs and new people. This has been a great experience for him, learning how to be polite around other dogs, how to manage his frustration, and for me as a handler, knowing how to manage him in these situations and set him up for success. Merlin was definitely a little distracted. This was a fully off-leash course, so he had the option to fly around and go say hi to his friends at the fences. So that was our biggest distraction during this course. But I love how enthusiastic he was about everything.
Yes.
It's not the worst thing he's had stuck in his butt.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about service dog training, Merlin's puppy raising, or raising your own service dog, please let me know down below in the comments, and we'll see you next time. Bye! Meow.